because it's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Underneath for Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run for the first time with Johnson across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On play action, they'll throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Brady. Goes underneath here to White. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Go! 22, he's coming, 22's coming.
Brady now on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Brady will try again on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Let's go,
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Spins by. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Running for it, here's Hyde. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And right with it here over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Hyde. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And it's knocked away and incomplete. TJ Carey right there in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Wait, 20!
Now Brady on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Sugar! Hold 50. 31! Go!
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll drop the throw. Out to the flat for Hyde. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gone, 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 gone.
They'll look to throw here. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gone, 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 gone.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll They'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
20, wait, 20. Regular.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. And a dump off to White. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back. 53 Linda. Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Wait, 20. On the right. Go. Go. Let's go up. Go, 66. Wait, we get.
Brady to throw again. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
We got 3. We got 2. Right.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a play fake. Brady. His pass caught with the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll be a Patriot first down as Brady finds Patterson.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Johnson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
the gun. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Brady. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter.
Brady now, 8 of 17 so far, under 50%.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play, Brady to Gronkowski, 44 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Brady again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Gronkowski, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots can take the lead with the extra point. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go to Johnson again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Hyde. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A touchdown is a must here, but of course beware of leaving too much time on the clock for Tom Brady. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll get it up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal?
Over!
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Let's go. Wait. Call 50.
Back to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Edelman, the intended receiver that time.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Watch it now, Barney.
First down, a run with Hyde. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Browns, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for New England, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.